Hey guys, so I know it's been a long time since I have actually filmed a pregnancy vlog, but this is going to be an updated pregnancy vlog. I have a bunch of stuff to tell you guys because the last one that I filmed was like 7 weeks ago, which bad Melissa, bad, because I really wanted to keep you guys updated at least every 3 weeks or so, and if nothing really happened, then every like 4 or 5 weeks at the max. But the last pregnancy vlog that I filmed was 25 weeks, 7 days, so almost 26 weeks, and I am actually right now 32 weeks and 7 days. Yeah, 32 weeks, day 7, according to my Baby Bump app. So we're like at the home stretch. I only have 50 more days. Sorry, I am a little under the weather, as you can tell. I have a horrible like congestion and cough going on, like cough that makes me want to gag every time I cough. But anyway, 50 more days. We're at the home stretch, and 7 weeks if I make it to full 40 weeks. So we'll see, because, well, I'll get into that later. But I guess let's just go ahead and get into it. I made some notes on my phone because I have missed so many weeks updating you guys that I really wanted to just remember everything that happened. So first thing I want to talk about is symptoms. So when I was 26 weeks pregnant, I really wasn't having huge symptoms. I was having a little bit of swelling, you know, a little bit of heartburn and stuff like that, fatigue, but now I feel like okay, first off, I need to show you guys a picture of how swollen my legs were at one point this past week. And I'm not sure if it was from stress or what it was from. Like, my blood pressure's fine. Everything's fine. So I'm not sure what it was, but that's how swollen. I don't know if you guys can really tell. They were so pudgy and filled with fluid that I have never seen my legs. I never have suffered from swelling, ever. Like, never in my life. Even when I played sports before, I was active, never have I had swelling. And this was definitely a test of my patience, because none of my shoes fit. I couldn't get anything on. It was uncomfortable. It didn't hurt at all, but like, it was uncomfortable, because if you've ever had swollen feet, it feels so tight. Your skin feels tight to the point where it almost feels like the skin's stretching too much, and it's just uncomfortable, especially if you can't find any shoes to wear that fit. So really the only ones that I had that fit, that weren't digging into the puffiness on the top of my feet, were chanclas, which are horrible for my posture. When I wear chanclas now, I feel like I'm wobbling, like I can't get my stability going, like I have no support. But they were the only ones that I could actually get on. So that was really horrible. That was really bad, actually. And I mean, I had been watching my sodium intake, because I really monitor that kind of stuff, because, you know, I am a nurse, and like, I know more things that can go wrong than probably the average woman, and so I worry all the time, constantly. So that was definitely one thing that I was worried about. I don't know what happened. They just ballooned up all of a sudden. So that I have been really suffering with. Like, today they're not too swollen, but I did have to take off my toe ring because they were pretty swollen. And same thing with my hands. Like, my ring officially does not fit because it's too thick of a band. So I have it around my necklace, and I'm just wearing my anniversary band because that's the only thing I can pretty much get on. And even then, if you look at my finger, it still kind of looks like it's not tight, but it's starting to get there. So hopefully I can at least leave my anniversary band on for the time being, because it really makes me sad that I can no longer wear my ring. So that has been that. I have a doctor's appointment on Monday, or maybe by the time I post this video I would have just had a doctor's appointment, and I'm definitely going to talk to her about it because it does concern me. I know some swelling is normal. I just need to know how much, and she needs to see that picture because that was ridiculous. I don't want to jinx myself, but here recently in the last like week or so, week and a half, my heartburn has been decent, knock on wood, because my goodness, my heartburn was so bad. I literally felt like I was choking on my heartburn every single day. It was so horrible. I even posted on Facebook about it, how I've never had to rely on Tums in my life, and definitely have had to rely on it. So we'll see. She better have a ton of hair because so many people have said, oh, well, if you have really bad heartburn, then, you know, she's going to have a lot of hair. But I've heard from a lot of people, too, that they had really bad heartburn and their babies were as bald can be. So we'll see. Hopefully the heartburn was worth it because she'll have a full head of hair. But that has been super bad. Like I said, lately it has been subsided a little bit. But I do just pop 2 Tums the second I feel heartburn coming on. And they actually, it has been fine. And the Tums are a whole nother story because they make me gag almost because the chalky tasting, ugh, they're not good to me. But it does the job and that's all I care about. So the next symptom that I have really had has been fatigue. I, up until this point, had been pretty okay. You know, I could go to the mall and stuff, and I would be tired, don't get me wrong, especially chasing around an almost 4-year-old. I would be tired, but not like I have been in the last 3 or 4 weeks or so. Once I hit that, like, 29-30 week mark, it just went downhill. I can't go to the grocery store without being like, oh my god, I need to take a break. And then it's weird because I can't walk around a lot. I need to take a break, but then I can't sit down for very long either without, I need to get up and stretch. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. I'm like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. I have not been able to go walking to kind of keep my body, like, exercise routine up or anything like that. I just cannot make it very far. That's all there is to it. I get tired super easy and it's just, I try so hard to stick it out. I really do, but I can't help it. I am just to the point where going to the mall is not comfortable for me anymore. Going shopping of any sort is not super comfortable. It has definitely been a struggle overall, especially these last couple weeks. And I think that, of course, I can accredit it to being pregnant, but I also have struggled sleeping. I don't know if you guys can see how many pillows we have up there, but I literally sleep with 7 pillows at night. 7. Ridiculous. And not one of them is a pregnancy pillow because you guys promised me that at 7 months, 8 months, I would love that pregnancy pillow. It would be my best friend. I still hate that thing. I don't understand why. Andres uses it every night and he loves it. He says that it helps his neck and his back, and I hate it. It's not enough support for me. So I sleep with 7 pillows. I have 3 kind of flat pillows behind me, and then I have 2 on each side, so I kind of sleep a little propped up, or like on one of my sides with like a propped up pillow kind of in between somewhere, and then on my back for support as well. So that has just been really atrocious. I mean, just overall, I wake up all night. You know, people say, oh, make sure you get a ton of sleep before a baby comes. I don't see how that's possible because I am so uncomfortable and I still have 7 weeks to go. Granted, I make it that far because I'm just so uncomfortable. I toss and turn all night and I have to get up and go to the bathroom, and then by the time I come back, it takes me a little while to fall asleep. It's just, miserable. So I am at the stage right now where I'm starting to get super uncomfortable and I'm about ready for her to come out already. Don't get me wrong though, I'm still loving every second of being pregnant because I thank God every day that I was even able to get pregnant. I can definitely see how some women get tired of it after a while, and I'm starting to hit that point. Unfortunately, I wanted to be one of those perky, chipper pregnant women that is always okay with everything, but unfortunately this is real life and that doesn't always happen. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that was the only symptoms that I've had thus far, like the major symptoms that I've been having. Definitely, again, as always, leave questions down below. I always try to answer your guys' questions in my upcoming videos, just because I know you're curious. Okay, so weight gain. I actually have been doing really good on my weight gain. Let's see, since I last talked to you guys, I have had 2 doctor's appointments because she has switched me to 2-week appointments. So I had an appointment, I can't even remember the day, but I had an appointment, and then that was my last monthly appointment, and then 2 weeks later I had another appointment. So that first appointment after my 26 weeks last pregnancy update, I gained 1.5 pounds. So that would have put me at 7.5 pounds. Yeah, I think that's what it was. And then this last 2-week appointment, I gained 3 pounds. But I was swollen at that point, and I did have some edema and swelling in my legs. So the doctor kind of accredited to weight gain, water weight gain, which to me is still weight gain. You're pregnant, your whole body's made of water at this point. Still, regardless, it was 3 pounds. So I was kind of taken back because I'd only gained a pound and a half in a month span, and then 2 weeks later I gained 3 pounds. But I was okay with it because I know at this point in the pregnancy, baby starts to grow very rapidly and you do have more fluid on you and stuff like that. So I was fine. So total I have gained 10.5 pounds, which is still within the amount that she wants me to gain. So we'll see. Like I said, I have an appointment in a couple of days. We'll see how much weight I gain there. 10.5 pounds. She wants me to gain no more than 15 to 20. At first she said 15, but now she's like 15 to 20 would be perfectly fine, especially because here comes the doctor's visits. She thinks that Maddie will be here a few weeks early because she says I'm measuring bigger than my uterus is measuring bigger than what my due date is saying. And at this last 2-week appointment that I had a sonogram, and the sonographer said that she was already 4.7 pounds, which of course it's a guesstimate, so they're going based on how much amniotic fluid you have, how big the size of your uterus is based on the size of the baby. So she said it could be plus or minus a pound. That just makes me worry even more, because if it's minus a pound, 3.7 is right around the weight she's supposed to be for average. If it's plus a pound, 5.7 is definitely above what she is supposed to be. So my doctor seems to think that she will be here sooner than what my due date is. However, she has not changed my due date. It's still October 13th. But I have mentioned this before. According to my last period, I was actually supposed to deliver on October 6th, or that was supposed to be her due date. That was according to my conception date and my last period. But she doesn't seem to think that. However, she is telling me I'm measuring a week or two bigger. So if that's the case, she may be closer to the beginning of October rather than towards the middle. So we'll see. I'm definitely going to let her come as natural as I can. The good thing about measuring bigger and my doctor not changing my due date is she said she will not force me into labor, which means induce me, until October 13th. So if that is my true due date, it'll actually allow me to go to 41 weeks. So maybe it'll let me go into labor naturally. And I said that backwards. I actually meant if that's her true due date, it will allow me to go to full 40 weeks. If it's not her true due date and I am supposed to deliver a week or two ahead of time, it'll allow me to go to 41 or 42 weeks. So we'll see. Whatever. I'm just hoping for an easy, smooth delivery, so that I don't have to worry about any complications. But I am prepared for anything, because I know you can never go into it with a plan, because your plan will never work out the way that you want it to. Sorry, I'm like real rambly in this video. I haven't filmed a video in a long time. So yeah, that's pretty much how the doctor's appointments went. I did tell you guys in my last pregnancy vlog at right around 26 weeks that I had to do my glucose test and I was awaiting the results. I Facebooked this and tweeted it to you guys, for those of you who follow me on Facebook and Twitter. If not, the link is down below. But let's see, my 1 hour glucose was actually came back positive. The max that they want you to be at is 140, and I was at 147. And so I was really, really upset. I tried so hard to stay positive and to not let it get to me, and to just think of, you know, there's so many women out there in the world that would take any kind of pregnancy that they can get, any kind of child that they can get, and some women aren't blessed enough to be able to even experience it. So I tried really, really hard to just think there's so many other people in the world that are worse off than me. But of course, you know, it's very difficult when you're going through a hard time to not feel sorry for yourself, and that's just the way life is. So of course I was upset. I felt like I did something wrong, and I had to go for a 3-hour glucose test, which was nerve-wracking because I didn't even care about drinking the stuff, because I honestly, by the time I had my 3-hour glucose test, that was my 3rd glucose test that I had to go through. So I was like a pro at drinking the sugary stuff, the sugary liquid, because at that point I had already done 3 of them. So I did everything. I had to sit there. Andres was so supportive. He sat there with me for the full 3 hours. We brought books and stuff to read and my iPad so I could watch YouTube, and I did it. I mean, I didn't have a choice. That's what you got to do. So I had to wait like 3 whole days for the results, which was torture. But thank goodness they came back normal. So I did not have gestational diabetes. I was so scared. I knew that it could be totally fixable and that it would go away after pregnancy. I just was really nervous for the outcome, because I do know things that could go wrong with when you do have gestational diabetes and preeclampsia and stuff like that during pregnancy. So I was super thankful, super thankful that I didn't have to worry about that aspect of it. And so far my sugar levels have been normal since then. I haven't had any issues. So that was kind of a scary thing, that last doctor's appointment. But other than that, and like I said, the symptoms and whatnot, my doctor has been completely fine with everything. She's happy with my progress. The only thing is, like I said, baby Maddie is a little bit big. So hopefully she still fits in newborn stuff, because I was 9 pounds 5.5 ounces. So I was a pretty large baby. Andres was 7 pounds 7 ounces. So he was kind of average, but still on the, not even the higher side, but he was a little bit bigger than, you know, like a 6-pound baby. So we'll see. Sorry guys, I'm really trying to get through this video without choking. That's why I have very minimal makeup on, because it's like gonna just pour off my face. I don't even have any face makeup because I'm like having hot flashes. It's another symptom of pregnancy. So anywho, I haven't had any cravings. It's weird. Like I told you guys, I just want to crave something so bad, like something so off the wall that it's like the weirdest thing. I still have those instances where I'm like, oh, that sounds good, but if I don't have it, I'm not like, oh, 3 o'clock in the morning, you need to go get me watermelon or something. You know, I haven't been like that at all, actually. I've really been trying to watch what I eat, especially with the whole gestational diabetes scare. And being swollen completely, I've been really trying to watch my sodium intake and my sugars and just try and eat as healthy as I can. Although I do have, you know, my sweet tooth and stuff that I still cater to now and then, but I have really been trying, because I'm already big and I don't want to have any issues. I only have 7 weeks to go, if I even make it that far, and hopefully it's just everything's fine. So no cravings this time. I forgot to mention to you guys, at the sonogram that we have, we did confirm that Madeline is still a girl. Thank goodness, because we had actually not had a confirmation sonogram since we found out she was a girl. So that was kind of scary, because I didn't get to ask the sonographer any questions when we found out it was a girl, because you guys know it was a complete surprise to me. So it was making me nervous, because I was like, oh my gosh, we're like buying all this pink stuff. Everything's pink, and not even gender neutral. And then what if we have a boy? So it was very refreshing to hear the sonographer say, yeah, you're still having a girl. I'm like, thank goodness. So one thing that we did get for our baby shower, which I won't do a baby shower haul, to just to be honest, we got so much stuff. I would be here forever. I mean, I don't even think I could show you guys quick enough. The baby haul that I did prior to this video, that was like excessively long, and that was only stuff that we bought. We got so much stuff for the baby shower that maybe I'll show you some of like my favorite stuff and some things that I have questions about, because some of the stuff I'm like, what the heck am I supposed to do with this? Maybe some of that stuff I'll show you, and I'll definitely be doing a nursery tour, because we are currently working on that right now. But other than that, I won't do a baby shower haul, just because, like I said, it's too much stuff. But one thing that we did get for a baby shower gift was from my brother and his wife, and it was a 4D sonogram. So that was really thoughtful, because they're very expensive. Like, your insurance does not cover it, and they're pretty expensive. It is a luxury item to have, not a necessity. So they do charge you an arm and a leg for it. So we did have that. We had that last Monday, and it was so awesome. I'll try and put like some pictures or some footage in here for you guys to be able to check it out. It was really just a neat experience. And then I did want to show you guys this bear that we got. It's just a pink bear, and you can actually, her name's Rosie. You can put the date that you went, the gestational age when you went. I was 32 weeks. 32 weeks one day when I went, and then the baby's heart rate, which was 147. And then you press her belly, and hopefully you guys could hear that, but that's actually Madeline's heartbeat. So I thought that was really neat, because I was actually going to have Emily pick out a Build-A-Bear for her and put a heartbeat or like a lullaby in the inside. And this I just thought was really perfect, because it actually has her own heartbeat in it, so I can always remember what it sounds like. And then when she gets older, she can remember, or not remember, hello, she's not gonna even know, but she can know what her heartbeat sounded like in mommy's belly. So like I said, pictures and maybe some footage as much as I can put it in here. And then other than that, the only other maternity buy that I have bought is something really, really neat that I've been wanting to show you guys. Andres actually surprised me with these, and these are called Bellybuds. You can get them from Babies R Us. I know buybybaby.com has them. They are kind of a pricey, more luxury item, but if you can afford it, it's definitely something worth investing in. Essentially, all they are is speakers. It has a long cord that you can actually attach to like your phone, an iPod or an iPad or the radio, whatever, and your baby can listen to music. So what you do is you just take the little buds, you obviously put them under your shirt, and you just put them in your belly right here. They actually come with little sticky things that you can just have them set on your belly right here, and you can listen, have the baby listen to music. So I actually got on Pandora and got a baby lullaby station and a classical music station, because they say, you know, baby lullabies are supposed to soothe them and classical music is supposed to make them smarter and all this kind of stuff. So I actually have her listening to that about an hour a day. That's what they recommend. So I do that, and she actually really seems to like it. Sometimes I play Hannah Montana. That seems to be her favorite, which is like the most weird thing, you know. I tried Mariah, Beyonce, all kinds of different artists, Selena Gomez, and she likes Hannah Montana, so I'm not sure. But like I said, they are a little pricey, but they definitely are worth it, or if you are looking into, you know, something like that, just to have soothing music for baby. And you can also download like a little thing online where you can talk to her, so you can tell her a message, you know, mommy and daddy love you, we can't wait to meet you, and so on and so forth. And she can listen to that through these as well. So I guess that was it for this pregnancy update. I'm like suffering the entire time. Sorry I sound all crazy and my face is all red from blowing my nose and stuff. I'm definitely going to go ahead and show you guys a belly shot. I feel like my belly has grown significantly since last time. I'm just really shocked how much it has grown, and I'm going to show you guys that right now. But the next couple videos you can look forward to. I'm definitely going to try and do updates every 2 weeks from here on out, maybe even every week, depending on how often I have doctor's visits. And then I also do want to do a what's in my hospital bag and get some advice from you guys for that and stuff like that. So let me go ahead and back up and show you my belly. So here's my belly from the front. You can kind of see that I've like sucked in quite a bit here and gotten a little wider down here, but really you can't tell I'm pregnant until you turn to the side. And of course here you can really tell that my belly has grown quite a bit. It is significantly larger and super hard at this point. I can't even believe it. I was actually worried at one point that it wasn't growing, and I had multiple people tell me that my belly was not growing from like for the last month or so. So I was kind of worried. I was like, why isn't she growing? And then all of a sudden, boom. I popped out completely. So I still have an innie. I have probably another ½ an inch before my belly button pops out, so I don't know that it will pop out, but there is my belly. She's actually moving like crazy right now. I have a couple videos filmed on my phone, just like short clips of her moving around. She had hiccups one day, and the next day she was just really, really like feisty. So maybe I'll post those like on my Instagram or something. So follow me down below if you're not following me already. I did forget to mention 2 things to you guys. She has actually already turned into position. She is head down and not like effaced or anything like that. She hasn't descended. I haven't felt her drop, but she is head down, and she has been head down the last couple of visits, so that's a good thing. Hopefully she stays that way and she doesn't move anymore. But like I said, she has been super active. I definitely can feel her kicks are getting stronger and stronger. Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention, when I had the sonogram at the doctor, not the 40, the other one, she also told me that I had close to, sorry about that, I have not an abnormal amount of amniotic fluid, but higher amounts of amniotic fluid. So the caps is 25 centimeters and I am right around 20, a little over 20. So she definitely said that that could attest to why she seems bigger than what she actually is, why my uterus is measuring bigger and stuff like that. And she also said that as long as it's within normal range, I'm fine. If it starts to get any higher than that, I need to kind of worry about that, because that means something could be wrong with baby. Not necessarily, but it could be. And so of course we want to keep an eye on that. I did forget to mention that to you guys. And then like I said, I also forget to mention, and you know what, to be honest, I have no clue what I was talking about prior to my increased amniotic fluid. No clue. Like, none. So I'll probably talk about it in the next video if it was that significant. And I forgot, because that's my pregnancy brain. There you go, because I have been very forgetful. That's another symptom. Very forgetful throughout the last couple of weeks. I honestly cannot remember what I was talking about. So I guess it wasn't that important. But yeah, I'm sorry that this video ran a lot longer than I anticipated it to. They always do, but this one in particular, I had a lot to catch you guys up on. I just wanted to make sure that you guys were caught up on everything, because like I said, I do plan on filming a little bit more often now. I don't have as many stressful things going on in my life, so look forward to that. If you have any specific questions about anything, as always, leave them in the comments down below. I would love to answer them for you in the next video, and let me know if you guys want to see like what's in my hospital bag, what, like, nursery tours and stuff like that, and what's in my diaper bag for the time being, and all that good jazz. So let me know that kind of stuff in the comments down below, and hopefully I can remember what I was even talking about and mention it in the next video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! I remember what it was. I was going to tell you about stretch marks. So, sorry, I was already like preparing to take off my makeup and everything and get ready for bed, but I remembered. I was like, oh, I was talking about stretch marks. I was going to talk to you guys about stretch marks, because my belly has gotten so big at this point that I just anticipated getting more stretch marks than I already had before. I had mentioned to you guys before in the past that I had stretch marks just from gaining and losing weight, but I actually have noticed a few extra stretch marks, and I think, I'm not going to lift up my shirt or anything like that, but I really think mainly this is where most women get them. I had a couple on the side that have actually kind of gone away from the creams and stuff like that. I really haven't noticed too much on my sides, but I have noticed like around my belly button, little almost circular ones. I had like the big striae here from just being big in general, like purple ones going down here and stuff like that. But I have noticed, like I said, them getting closer to my belly button and kind of around my belly button, and I guess that's because that's where I'm getting the largest, because again, my stomach is super firm, like really firm, and I can feel her moving right now. And then I have noticed like underneath here a couple, and I did not have those before. So I have been putting bio oil, and I finished the mama meal, but I have been putting bio oil and also the coconut butter or whatever it's called, from Palmer's, the stretch mark cream. So I have been doing that just to try and keep it as moisturized as I can. But again, I have noticed a few of those extra stretch marks. So apparently, even if you're bigger, you can't get away from those extra stretch marks, which unfortunately, I was really thinking, you know, oh, I already have stretch marks, it'll be fine. But I did get a couple, so battle scars, what are you gonna do? But yeah, that was what I was thinking, what I wanted to talk about, and I will let you guys go. Bye!